Good afternoon, everyone, and thank you for being here. Welcome to our municipal court. My name is Zoraida Negron. I'm the Public Information Manager for the City of Laredo, and I'm honored to serve as your Master of Ceremonies for today's special occasion. We're gathered here to celebrate an official swearing in for the City of Laredo's new Associate Municipal Court Judge, Mr. Javier Montemayor, Jr. I will ask at this time, please rise for the presentation of colors by the Laredo Police Department, followed by the Pledge of Allegiance.
After Mark. Present. Cook.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Present. Order. Cook. Right turn. Mark.
Thank you. You may be seated. We're also pleased to have with us special guests that are joining us today to honor Judge Montemayor's appointment. First and foremost, I would like to recognize our Mayor of the City of Laredo, the Honorable Dr. Victor Trevino, and his wife, Ms. Rosa Marquez Trevino. Also with us is Texas Parks and Wildlife Commission, the Honorable Ana Galo. Representing the 406 District Court, the Honorable Judge David Garcia. Webb County Attorney, the Honorable Marco Montemayor. Webb County Commissioner Precinct 2, the Honorable Rosaura Wawi Tijerina. Commissioner Precinct 3, the Honorable John Galo. Commissioner Precinct 4, the Honorable Ricardo Jaime. Our Municipal Court Judge, the Honorable Jesus Chuy Dominguez. Municipal Court Judge for Position 2, the Honorable Eduardo Davila. And also Associate Municipal Court Judge, the Honorable Nathan Chu. Also with us is Justice of the Peace, Precinct 1, Place 2, the Honorable Oscar Liendo. Also Justice of the Peace, Precinct 4, the Honorable Jose Pepe Salinas. Constable for Precinct 1, the Honorable Guadalupe Gomez. Representing United Independent School District on the board, the Vice President, and representing District 3, Alisa Flores Oliveros. Also with us, United Independent School District Superintendent, Dr. Gerardo Cruz. And the Associate Superintendent for Administration, Mr. Mike Garza. We also want to acknowledge former Judge of Nueces County, Mr. Richard Borchard. I hope I had everybody in this list because it is a lot of people. We're pleased to have everyone here today for this special occasion. Now it is my pleasure to introduce you to our Mayor, Dr. Victor Trevino, for a few words.
Thank you and good afternoon, everyone. Dr. Victor Trevino, Mayor for the City of Laredo. To me, it is an honor and a pleasure to be here to welcome you all as we gather for this important occasion in our new Associate Municipal Judge swearing Javier Montemayor. Congratulations. And today is more than a ceremony. It is our reaffirmation of our commitment to justice and fairness in our community. The municipal court plays a vital role in the daily lives of our city and our citizens. And it is often the first interaction many residents have with our justice system. It must be a place where the law is applied with integrity and where individuals are treated with dignity and where decisions are guided not only by legal knowledge, but by the wisdom and sound judgment. Javier Montemayor understands that responsibility. He brings with him professionalism, experience, and a strong understanding of the law, and most importantly, a deep respect for our community. He serves in a city like Laredo, where family, faith, and service matters. The role of Associate Municipal Judge carries both legal authority and moral responsibility. Judge Montemayor, today you take an oath to uphold the Constitution, to administer justice impartially, and to serve without prejudice or favoritism. The oath is sacred. It is a promise to our residents that their city government will operate with transparency, accountability, and fairness. And as mayor, I want to emphasize that public trust is everything. Our residents must have confidence that when they walk into municipal court, they will be heard, respected, treated fairly. I'm confident that you will honor that trust. On behalf of the City Council and people of Laredo, and myself, Mayor Laredo, I congratulate you and your family on this achievement and look forward to your service at the steady leadership you will provide in this important role. May you carry out your duties with wisdom, humility, and steadfast commitment to justice. And congratulations, Judge Javier Montemayor. Thank you, and may God bless you and the city of Laredo. Thank you.
Thank you, Mayor. I would like to now introduce Mr. Marco Montemayor, Webb County Attorney, but also brother of our new Associate Judge, Javier Montemayor.
Good afternoon, everybody. First and foremost, thank you all for being here. Welcome to the official swearing-in ceremony for Javier as your next Associate Municipal Court Judge. Thank you all for taking the time out of your busy schedules to be here and celebrating this special occasion with us. Likewise, city staff, thank you all for coordinating this event and hosting this event in his honor. So thank you, city and staff, for doing that. It's my honor, obviously, as I'm his brother, but I'm here. I'm honored and privileged to say a few words and speak about Javier and share a little bit about who he is. I think Mayor covered what he brings to the table, his experience. So I want to share a little bit more about Javier personally. Javier is a lifelong resident of Laredo, proud product of both UISD and LISD schools, having graduated from J.W. Nixon High School. He then went on to attend Laredo College, finishing his bachelor's degree at Southwest Texas State University, now known as Texas State. He then attended law school at Texas Southern University, where he has been a practicing attorney since 1997. He's successfully handled hundreds, thousands of cases. He's litigated cases to the end, to the verdicts, had several hundred jury trials in both state and federal courts. He has maintained a private law practice here in Laredo for over 28 years, focusing on many areas: criminal defense work, family law, business law, a myriad of areas. He's also served as general counsel for multi-million-dollar corporations. He's served as an associate Webb County juvenile referee. He's been an assistant district attorney for Webb and Zapata counties. He worked at the law office of David Garcia as a partner there, here in Laredo and Victoria. And throughout the years, he's also served as an adjunct professor, both at Laredo College and TAMU, where he challenges and educates our community's young minds in legal education. However, before practicing law, Javier worked at the City of Laredo as an administrative director and a compliance officer for the Community Development Department, and as a grant writer with the South Texas Development Council. That was prior to him attending law school. He is the son of the late Javier Montemayor Sr., a veteran and well-known attorney, and my mother, who's here with us today, Catalina Montemayor, a lifelong educator of over 30 years of teaching. He is married to Stephanie, and together they are the proud parents of 3 beautiful children, Alexandra, Enrique, and Eva. You know, growing up together, we were raised on principles of faith, education, discipline, hard work, and service and dedication to our fellow man and to our community. And these principles have served as a foundation to me and my brothers throughout our lives and our careers. And it's because of these principles and his strong belief in his commitment to his community that Javier ran and was elected to the USD Board of Trustees in November of 2010. From 2013 to 2016, he served as vice president on the board and is currently serving as president on the USD School Board. Aside from his commitment to the education and betterment of our educational system and our youth, Javier has been a strong benefactor to many local charities and organizations. He awards scholarships to local college students that display ideals such as service to the community. He also continues to be an active member in our community, where he's been recognized by our local LULACs, Council 7, Council 12, also as a Tejano Achiever Award, all for his commitment to higher education and the field of education. In addition, Javier was appointed by the Governor of Texas to serve as a hearing master for TEA and has helped guide several South Texas school districts in the employee relationship process. He served as chairman of the Webb County Democratic Party, member of the Ad Hoc Ethics Advisory Committee for the city. He belongs to St. John Newman Catholic Church, where he has served as an usher, lector, ACTS member, and as a board member. His many professional organizations include the State Bar of Texas, Webb County Bar Association, the Texas Criminal Defense Lawyers Association, National Criminal Defense Lawyers Association, and many others. He also has prior affiliations with TASO, Texas Association of Sports Officials, Boys and Girls Club of Laredo, Border Olympics, Leadership Laredo, Laredo Center for the Arts, and many others as well. And as you know, I can go on, but I think we kind of get the picture, his commitment to this community. And that's what we were raised with, his commitment to this community. So since I only have so much time, I'll leave it at that. But more than anything, on behalf of his family, of the Montemayor family, I would like to thank the City of Laredo, the City Council, for placing their trust, their confidence, and their support in Javier, as I know they would have a lot of difficulty finding somebody who is more qualified, more experienced, and somebody who's more dedicated to fairness and the rule of law. I just don't think you will find somebody. Javier has those traits and characteristics, as well as many others, and he wears that on his heart, on his sleeve every day. So with that being said, I want to congratulate Javier. I want to thank the city. Thank you all for being here, and just please help me give a round of applause and congratulations to Javier.
Of course, we're honored also to hear from our municipal court judge, Jesus Chuy Dominguez, right before we do all the ceremony.
Good afternoon. It's such an honor to be here in front of you, having the swearing-in ceremony of Javier Montemayor today. I've known Javier for over 30 years, and what you've heard, that's the real thing. I met Javier during law school. It was our first year in law school, and believe me, the first year is a scary year, and quickly, the people from Laredo got together, and we ended up studying together, and going to Mexico that summer to study. And while we were studying, we were still waiting on our grades to go into the second year. And we had students from all over the United States that we were with, and it was 3 of us from Texas Southern that ended up going to Cuernavaca to study. And we got a call, maybe a week and a half into the program. And it was one of those calls when you say, you're going to come back next year or you're not. And I think Javier gets the first call and he said, I'm in. I said, good. And then, good, that's good. And then the other gentleman got the call that was with us and he didn't make it. So we're looking at him and then I get the call and he said, you made it also. So it was just Javier and I now there. And we watched our friend, which was close to us, pack up his bags and just basically leave the program. That's how I started getting close to Javier. And it meant a lot that we were able to go through that program in Mexico. Besides having a lot of fun, we did study. It was one of those things where we're taking immigration, and we said, I don't think we're going to practice that. And then we started doing international business law, and I said, we can venture into that. We're from Laredo. We're going to be good at that. If we ever need it, we're going to be able to do it. So since then, our friendship flourished. Second year, third year, we graduate early, Javier and I. And we're studying for the bar. And at that time, I saw his dedication to studying, his dedication to being able to complete what we were tasked with of passing the bar. And we studied those 2.5 months before we took the bar in February. And it was one of those things where at the end, we're exhausted. Javier and I, maybe we could go have a beer or so, or 2, and let's see what happens. And we ended up going, taking it, and we get the results early May, and we learned that we passed, Javier and I. So we're saying, what are we going to do? I get the bad news that my father gets sick, and I was living in San Antonio at the time, so I make plans to move back to Laredo. Javier is coming back to Laredo to practice with his family. His father's a lawyer working at the public defenders. His brother's in law school with us, pending graduating also. And he opens up his practice. He gets sworn in even before. The minute he got the news, he's already swearing in and already getting to do cases even before I got back to Laredo. And it shows on him his work ethic, what he wanted to do and what he was focused on and what he wanted. Believe me, we were law students, we were graduate students there after we graduated, we were young lawyers, and we never discussed about becoming judges. Never, ever. Did it ever cross our minds? But what did cross our minds was the participation we did with our community. I remember, I think, Javier, it was the first STARS event that we were in, and we were practicing together at that time, and we were young lawyers. I think we were 3 or 4 years old into it, and we were already betting on trying to get a prize. And we ended up getting a big prize that time, and it was a party for 100 people or so on and so forth. So we said, you know what, let's get it, let's do it, and let's start inviting the community. Let's do something that we can do, such a thing that we could do an annual event. And we started doing the 16 de Septiembre parties. And we did them for a few years. And that's how we started getting involved with charity. Then we went on to do other things where Javier, I think we were working together, and then he ended up getting a tax contract back in 2003, if I'm not mistaken. And that's when he ventured doing and trying to help the people that were delinquent in taxes, trying to help them out so they wouldn't lose their houses. He's always been one that his heart is touched by people that are being struggling, and he was always able to be and helping people. And now I'm seeing that, and that's how I started seeing that in him. So I knew that he cared for the people in his community. I knew that he cared for the people that were struggling, and the people that are struggling with, it's usually like 4 or 5% of the people here in Webb County that end up struggling and not losing their houses. And Javier was one of them that he tried his best to help these people out so they wouldn't lose their house. Then we get back in together and we start venturing again together, and we ended up doing a couple of things again. We did a few cases together. And with those things, it brought our relationship a lot closer. And I could start, and we were doing already big cases, complex cases, civil cases, the criminal cases, the big federal cases. And in seeing all those things, we started seeing that we were going to be able to do something good for our community. That's when we started talking about, you know what, maybe it's time to see if we can start becoming judges. So between him and I, we decided who was going to run for the 111th that time. And he said, you know what, I'm going to pass. I think I'm going to run for school trustee. You can run for that one. And history calls it, Javier's been a trustee since 2010. And since 2010, I can see how much the school district has evolved, how much he's done for the school district, and he's always had children first. And that's United's logo, I believe. Put children first. And that's always been his mission. And in seeing those things, it makes me see how Javier really cares. Children, community, and family. You can be a testament here by all the family members that are here with him. We see a lot of old friends. We see a lot of people that used to work with us before when we first started that are still with him or with his family working. And we can see that there's always that consistency. So one of the things that Javier has, he's consistent in what he does. And he's going to make a tremendous judge being here as an associate judge. He's ready to work with us, with Judge Davila, Judge Chu, Judge Montemayor, right now Judge Montemayor. He's going to be one that's going to be a tremendous asset for the court, a tremendous asset for the city. He's going to have the city well represented. He's going to be able to, because of his experience that he does have, especially when he was a criminal juvenile referee. All these things that people have spoken to him about are what made me select him as my associate judge. And for those things, I am very thankful, and I think I made a great selection. I made good selections in the past. I think I can call this one and make another good selection on this one. And I think he's going to do wonders here at the municipal court. It's going to make us facilitate it, make it more accessible. There's more courtrooms. We're always going to be, now we're going to have at least 3 judges at a time here that we're going to be moving cases along all day, making it a lot easier for everybody. So for that, I am very happy on the selection that I made. I think Javier is going to make us proud, all of us, especially the people that he's worked with. I know he's going to make the family very proud. So for that, Javier, if you want to come up so we can start our swearing-in ceremony. Okay, you want to talk first?
All right. Well, I got selected to speak. So, we are talking about closing schools now. And last night we had about 53 public comments. So I'm switching from, that serious topic to here today. And believe me, not one board member that I know wants to close any schools. Elisa's right there. So I'm very honored. I am extremely honored that those of you who are here with me this afternoon, those of you that are here with my family this afternoon have taken the time to join us. I know each and every one of you, we've crossed paths at some time in our lives. We've done work together, or we're just, I can call each and every one of you here friends. And I am also very honored that Judge Dominguez had the confidence in me to select me, to nominate me. And I'm extremely happy and proud that the City Council confirmed me a couple of weeks ago. And so anyone who knows me knows that I'm a hard worker, that I am pretty much a workaholic. But at the end of the day, it's about the people. It's about the citizens. I work with these people every day. Everyone in here has struggled at some point in our lives. And, you know, my job is to make your day better or help you out in some way. And if I can do that by serving on this court, I am committed to making sure that your lives are better. When you leave here, that you're in a better situation than when you first walked in here. My family, my wife Stephanie, my kids, my mother, my brothers, my nephews, my office staff is here. And so they've always been my base and my foundation. You know, those of you who have worked with me, have actually worked with me, know that, you know, there's longevity. My staff has been with me for 10 plus years. Yvonne, you worked with me for a long time. Rolly, you know, you've been with my family for a long time as well. And so I am happy that y'all have joined me and my family in this momentous occasion. I will continue, commissioners, I continue to work for you. You're not going away. I'm not too busy to continue, so I will. I make a promise to you today that I will work every day not to let you down, and you know, I take this oath very seriously. I take this position extremely seriously, and again, I'm thankful that y'all are here with me today. Appreciate it. Commissioner Gonzalez, thank you for joining us as well.
That's fine. Is this pink? Is this pink?
No, it's.
Y'all ready? Right hand, Papa. Right hand. You're raising your right hand. And the other right. There you go. Graduated from Nixon. Let's see. Raise your right hand. I state your name.
I, Javier Montemayor,
Do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will faithfully execute
that I will faithfully
the
execute
duties
the duties
of the office
of the office
of the Associate Municipal Court Judge
of the Associate Municipal Court Judge
for the City of Laredo,
of the City of Laredo,
State of Texas, and will do
and will do
the best of my ability
to my ability to
preserve,
preserve,
protect,
protect,
and defend the Constitution
and defend the Constitution
and the laws of the United States
and the laws of the United States
and of this state,
and of this state.
so help me God. Congratulations. Can we get the rope? Get the ribbon? Make it count. And the button. Mira nomás.
Chewy was a little bigger before.
Our new judge. Thank you.